Hey, everybody. We're here in the Barrel Room at Interstate Music, and with me is a very, very good friend of mine, and honestly, one of the artists that we manage here at Interstate Music, Troy Grove.
What's going on, Jeff? How are you?
TG, I'm good.
How are you guys?
They're fine. They're fine.
I bet they are.
Everything's
sitting
good.
on their couch, eating,
Yeah, Netflixing.
watching us.
Yeah, what in the world is wrong with their day that they just tuned in to watch us?
I don't know. They shouldn't. I'm not anything special, neither are you.
Oh,
so.
you're special. I'm not. I am not. But my friend, you are going to be the one that brings us up to 17 views.
We'll see, man. We might do it.
So what have you been up to this summer that doesn't have anything to do with music?
Nothing to do with music. I've been going to countless weddings.
You're at the age that everybody's just dropping like flies.
Yeah, way too much.
And then you get to be my age and they drop like flies the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
well, that's what I keep getting told is it's better to be a marriage than a funeral.
yeah.
So I
Yeah,
was like,
so
all right.
So this is perfect.
I'll count my blessings here, but yeah, it started about a month and a half ago. I went to a wedding, 2 weeks later, bachelor party, 2 weeks later, wedding, 2 weeks later, we're here. 2 weeks from now, I'm in another wedding. 2 weeks from then, potential show. 2 weeks from then, wedding.
All right, I need you to explain to me, in your world, when did bachelor and bachelorette parties end up being destinations instead of just like local? Like, it's almost more expensive to end up going to bachelor parties nowadays than to just get a really nice gift for the wedding.
Yeah, well, it's funny you said that because my dad, I was telling him my plans for my bachelor party last year.
Yep.
We went to Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we
sent it up.
We sent it. So I was like, I wanted to go somewhere I hadn't seen, man. Like, I want to go somewhere where I haven't seen before, and I'm never going back.
Okay.
And Lake Tahoe sounded like it
That
was
kind of
great.
place.
Me and my brother, we snowboard, so we had heard of Lake Tahoe for a long time. But,
Yep.
you know, it wasn't really snow time, so we couldn't go. But my dad, when I was telling him, he's like, dude, when I was getting married, it was like bachelor party was the night before.
Yeah, night before.
And then he's like,
And you hoped you could wake up in time and you weren't hungover.
He's like, I got hammered.
Oh, and you got the deep sweats
Sorry, Mom.
and the tux, and you're like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna pass out.
My mom's about to pass out
Yep.
listening to this.
Yep. And now it's like it could be months ahead, and it's like destination, like these glamorous events for the bachelor and bachelorette parties.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel kind of bad because I made all my friends spend a lot of money on plane tickets to get there, and
now you're feeling it. It's
I know.
coming back.
I'm like,
now you're
damn.
Like, you're flying off to Boston
my
for
gosh.
bachelor party. You're doing this. Like,
dude,
all
I
these
missed
things.
my one buddy's bachelor party. Luckily, he was doing a small little get together at his house, so I was like, all right, I don't feel too bad about that. But I'm like, man, if I had to go to that, I would be broke.
Right. It's a real thing. I mean, and it is hard enough to be a musician, you know, recording music, doing all the content, all the video. It's expensive to do what your passion is.
Yeah.
Let alone your regular job that you're doing to try to pay the bills that didn't have it budgeted in for all these bachelor parties and weddings and all the rest, and then your music and everything.
Yeah.
Life's expensive
And then
for
you're
you.
missing time. I'm missing time from work too, so I'm not getting paid. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like I just totally. This is a podcast. It's all about trying to get Troy as stressed out as humanly possible, but make him think about what he doesn't have in his bank account.
But hey, we're in Milwaukee now. I'm not thinking about my bank account. I'm here.
That's good. And we're gonna have a good time with it. So, what do you have coming out as far as new music that you're ready to go into studio? Like, how many songs do you feel like you've put together and you're like, yeah, those are the ones that are ready to go into studio?
Well, I just released Hope He Cheats, and that will be the first single. I'm going to release an EP.
Yep.
Hopefully either end of summer or early fall.
Yep.
And then I've got 4 more ready to rock. One of them's already finished. The second one I'm about to give the green light to my producer, and then we'll have that out next month. So there's a total of 5 songs. One's already out, one's finished, not out, and then the other 3 we got to get going. So
just kind of get working through.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready to rock with it. But you know, bachelor parties and weddings.
It cuts into everything, right?
Taking that money away
because
from
it's not just your schedule you're dealing with. You're dealing with, you know, whether it's session musicians, your producer, and fitting all the scheduling in. And how often are you writing, like doing songwriting?
Dude, I mean, I'm writing every chance I can. Actual booked ones, just a couple a month.
Okay.
But with you know, I guess my friend group, we're writing all the time.
Right.
So every time we get together, it's a write. So that turns into 10 to 15 a month. You know, are all of them for me? No. But
and when you're hanging out with Austin and Justin, and those are two guys that you're writing with a lot.
yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So are you deciding when you go in to write a song like who it's for out of the three of you, or because you and Austin are very different as far as types of music?
Yeah, but but we're best friends too, so it's like we just get into a room, and most of the time Austin's already got his stuff lined up, and he's, I guess, selfless is the word for it. He wants to write for us, which is really cool. But anywho, with that, I guess the monkey off the back here, it's either me or Justin. But basically, we'll just sit down, man, and we'll hang out, shoot the shit for a minute, and then we'll find a beat off of YouTube, and then we'll be like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Let's write to that, and then if one of us wants to keep it, we'll just have our producer just totally change it.
And you've been doing that on using the teaser, some hooks on social for how long? You've been doing it that way?
Probably 2 years.
It's been working for you.
Yeah, it works out great. I mean, I used to just buy the beats, and then back when I was just working all the time, which I still am.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't afford this. I can't afford $1,500 to $2,000 per song. So I know in the pop world, the beats were a big thing already.
Yep.
Country, not so much. So I caught it on the right, like the upwind.
Yep.
And so I would buy these beats, man. It was like $100.
And was that an influence coming from Austin, because that fit really well into his style?
Yeah. Well, that's what Austin did for his whole first album that he released on his own. So he kind of gave me that knowledge, and I was like, well, let's look at the country beats, see if they're worth it.
Yep.
Dude, some of them were just incredible. So I would release, the beats, or I'd release my music. I'd record over the beats, pay $100 for it, for all the stems. Obviously, you got to give credit,
For sure.
Credit's due, but take the beat, send it to a mixer, $500 all in. I got a song. And
I'll tell you what. I mean, you were looking at it and saying, listen, music's my passion. I don't have this unlimited budget, but that shouldn't kill a passion or a dream.
No.
You were still out there trying to find a way to do it and put the time in and make music, because in the end, it might not have been exactly the way you wanted to do it, but you were getting it out there and fans were enjoying it.
I'll tell you this. Well, I guess the way that I describe it is balling on a budget. I feel like I'm balling.
Yeah.
But I'm on a budget. Like everybody else is spending, so many thousands of dollars.
A lot of money.
On an EP. That's probably $10,000 sitting right there. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Probably ever.
Right.
And so luckily now I have a producer who is incredible, and his rates are just not as high as they should be. Maybe it's because I worked with him for so long.
Right.
But dude,
well, it's nice to find somebody that connects with your style and understands what your journey is and the way that you're personally working towards it.
Yeah.
And there's still good people out there that are looking to help and be part of something cool.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I think, like Cowboy, for instance, that's my biggest grossing song. It's made me $30,000.
Yep.
And I spent $0 on that song.
And I think that's
luckily because I have good friends. So if you're in the music industry,
get some
good friends.
Yep.
And they will help you out. I spent $0 on that song. I didn't even get it mixed. So you don't have to have the best quality stuff. It just sounds good enough.
Right.
And then that song just took off, skyrocketed.
Well, and I think that's a credit to the songwriting.
Yeah.
I mean, if it like the lyrics are coming through and shining through on something like that, and I think that's something to be proud of. That, and honestly, to share that. Another challenge is a lot of people don't share those nuggets.
Yeah.
That you can actually do something that didn't really cost anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't share how much money they make on streaming and all the rest of it. So there's still this like mysterious like world out there. Like,
right.
Where can you make money? How can you make money? Oh, it costs this much for me to even be in the game. And in some cases, you can get in on the cheap and still put out something you can be proud of, that you can actually, get your career started and then jump started and see what's out there.
You can do, I mean, I think that applies to anything in life, really. You know, you can do anything for cheap as long as you think it's good quality.
Right.
And other people think it's good quality. They don't know what you pay for.
Right.
You know, they're not going to care either.
Right.
Like, people listen to Cowboy, they're not like, yeah, it doesn't sound like it's on the radio, you know?
So what do you want to do with your music next? Like, when you're releasing a song, what's your personal goal when you put something out? Are you wanting to have a music video tied to it? Are you wanting to just put the music out and really tease it? Is it getting exhausting to release music with the way everybody's doing it? Like, what is that feeling like
I guess
right now?
keeping up with the Joneses, I guess, is a little exhausting at times. It's more so just like a headache.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't want to do it. I want to do it and I want to get out there. It's finding the time first. You know, if you're working full time like I am, find the time and then put in the effort on your off days or late at night when you get off of work. Sometimes mentally it can be exhausting.
Yep.
Or even waking up early. Like that's the hardest thing for me is just waking up.
Right.
But no, man, I think it's all part of the journey. I love every bit of it, luckily. I think some people, you know, I don't know, I guess you have to have a certain kind of mindset. You know,
otherwise you're going to get burned out.
It's like I'm going all in. I have no backup plans. We were talking about college earlier.
Yep.
I got an associate's degree. I don't have a bachelor's degree. I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah.
Period.
This is
ever.
it.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe one day down the road, if it doesn't work out, I'll change my mind. But as of right now, in the prime state of a musician, I'm not backing out.
When somebody comes to see Troy Grove on a stage somewhere, what are they going to walk away with as far as what do they think about your style of music? What are they getting out of your lyrics? What are they getting out of you as a person that they feel that they get to know from that stage?
I think that right now I was in this weird little phase that was working, and it was kind of like the kick-ass. I don't know how to describe it other than like trailer park country.
Okay,
you know? And that's a great thing.
Yep.
And I love it. But it's kind of like, you know, she cheated on me, screw this girl, and we're going all in on a song, which I loved. And I've gained a lot of fans through that. I think we're going to transition, though. Basically, I just want people to understand who I am, you know, or where I come from. There's a big misconception. Like, I'm from Maryland.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that is below the Mason-Dixon line.
Right.
You know? So, technically speaking,
right.
Like I can drive 15 minutes and get, you know, to where I'm from. But technically speaking, it's pretty southern out there.
It is, yeah.
And there's parts of the South and in the North, you know, everywhere. Anywho, I want people to know where I'm from, why I am this way, and I want it to come through the lyrics. So, like on the new EP, we're gonna have.
You're not faking your way into country music.
No, I want it to be 100% me.
Yeah.
And like some of those kick-ass country songs where the girl cheated on me, it's like that. Some of that stuff is real life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, and there's parts of the song that are fictional.
Sure.
But it all comes from a real place. So I gave that a shot, and it worked out well. And I do want to transition to more me though.
Yeah, you're growing. You're growing as an artist.
Yeah.
And you're gonna kind of just turn the chapter a little bit.
So the new EP is you know, we have the title track of the song or of the EP is all about the hometown. So, and that's where I came from, and we're gonna call it Part of Me.
I love that.
That's what the song's called. So, you know, the more people can learn through song about me, then the better.
Yeah, and that's where you get the engagement, and that's where you get the fan base, and that's where people start to feel part of your journey instead of just a song that's on shuffle.
Yeah, and if you can't be you in the music industry, I mean, you can't fake it to make it.
No.
There's no way.
No.
That's how all these guys like Cody Johnson get in there, and then they just skyrocket. Zach Top now.
Yep.
You know, there's a bunch of people that stay true to themselves. So that's what we're gonna do.
I love that. So I'm excited to see what's next. You're just such a great guy to just hang with. Like you're real deal through and through. Like anytime that I see you, it is like we like immediately right back into conversation, and and everything feels right. And you know that you're just, whether it's a serious conversation, we break into hour-long serious conversations right back into the fun of it.
Yep.
You're just one of the best humans I've gotten a chance to meet in the music
Well, I
industry,
appreciate
and
it.
it's been a lot of fun. And I can't wait for you to get up on this barrel room stage. You've played here once before when Austin brought you up here with Grand Parham and everything, and it was a different kind of a night. This is going to be way more what you're all about as an artist.
And hopefully they can take something from it, dude. I'm excited. And second of all, you are one of the best human beings I've ever met, and I love working with you, dude. Even when we're having serious conversations about where we're going next, I love it.
Yeah,
dude.
I
wouldn't trade it for anything else.
It's a lot of fun. Everybody, this is Troy Grove. Pay attention to him. Just because he's a great guy. Like, give a listen, and if you like it, share it, do all that stuff. But
or don't, whatever.
Or don't,
I don't
whatever.
care.
I mean, he does. He's cool with it. He gets it. He doesn't listen to everybody either.
Yep.
So it's been a great time getting a chance to share who you are with everybody else, and can't wait to see what's next, man.
Yes, sir. Love you, dude. Thank you.
Love you.